All right, everybody. It's our Full Plate Fitness team call. Today is March 29th, and today we're going to talk about Facebook ads. I am by no means an expert on this. This information comes from a lot of trial and error, and hopefully will help you guys not flush as much money down the toilet as I did trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But everybody is different. So what works for you might not work for me. I am recording. Anyways, what works for you might not work for me, but this hopefully will help give you a better idea of how to start creating your ads and get you started off on the right foot and things like that. If you are really creative and you're really tech savvy and you're into this, you can look into a couple of people are Mari Smith, and I think that's her last name, and then Amy something. Chris, will you put in the chat box what the last name of Amy was, please? And then if you're just coming on, make sure you mute yourself. So do you have to do Facebook ads? No, you don't have to do Facebook ads. Will it help your business grow faster? Yes, it will. And the more money you put into your ads, if it's a good solid ad, then the more traction you're going to get with it. That's pretty obvious. But do not feel like you have to run ads if you're not ready for it. But it does help your business grow for sure. Sorry, I keep looking down. I have my notes, or I'll forget what I'm saying. I'm still going to forget what I'm saying, but at least I have notes. So how much you spend is up to you. I will let you know about how much I spend for different kinds of ads too. Some things that you might want to run ads for is an ad for coaching, which I spend the majority of what I do spend on ads for coaching. And usually I will start a coaching ad with $50. Just gonna lay it out there. I'll start it with $50, and I will do a lifetime budget with that, which I will explain more visually when I get there. If I am doing an ad of a post of mine, and my goal is to get just more page likes, to get more people coming in to see my stuff, I will start at $10 of a lifetime budget, and if it's doing well, I can always add to it. That's what I do. Everybody's different. I'm sure that Chris does something different and that Steve and Nicole do something different. That's just what I do, just to give you an idea. So coaching ads, posts boosted to get more likes, and an ad for a challenge group are three things that you might want to do ads for. Now I'm going to screen share with you guys so I can walk you through it. And we will be able to, Amy Crane, thank you. Amy Crane is another one if you guys want to get really into it and look up, there it is. Look up experts on Facebook ads. Okay, can you see that? Nod your head if you can see that, see my screen. Got it, okay. So here's my like page. You have to have a like page in order to run ads. I need to move you guys over. Up at the, how come it doesn't say promote? There it is. Okay, up at the top where it says promote, click on the little drop arrow and go to your ads manager. I'm actually going to back up a little bit because I want to touch on a boosted post. It's going super slow. That's awesome. Okay, so there's a difference between a boosted post and creating an ad. A boosted post, you just go to your post, click boost post, easy peasy. Wait for your stupid internet to catch up. And then you can decide what your goal is. Do you want to target only people that like your page, people that like your page and their friends, or people that you choose through targeting? The thing with boosted posts is that you are much more limited on who you can approach and who you can put your stuff out there to. You also cannot, can you mute that? You also can't do a lifetime budget. As far as I know, you can only do a daily budget, and you choose all of that through here. I tried boosting posts when I first started. I don't boost posts anymore. I only do them through the ad creative, which is now what I'm going to walk you through. So go over here to promote, go to ads manager. Waiting, and create ad. So it just depends on what your goal is, what you're trying to get out of this this ad that you're doing. Usually it's going to be one of these top 3. If it's for a challenge group or for a coaching ad or things like that, you're going to go to boost posts. I've also started going this route for increasing my likes on my like page, and I'll walk you through that now. So let's say that you want to get more likes on your like page. So what I've started doing is posting whatever picture, whether it has a quote on it or not. I use an app called Font Candy and that's on the iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android, but you can check, to put words on my pictures. And I'll just find a nice quote that I think goes along with the picture. I'll put it on there, and then I'll post it on my page. Sometimes I put words with it in the little description thingy, like I'll put a caption. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just put the picture and let it speak for itself. If it does well, then I will boost that through an ad, and then whoever likes that picture, I will then send them an invitation to like my like page. And I can walk you guys through that too if you would like me to. So let's say, for example, I want to get more likes on my like page. So I will click down here on this drop arrow, and these are all the posts that I've had on my page. This one has done well. I haven't boosted it. It has 59 likes and 13 shares. And the shares I really like because that gets it out to more people. So for some people, this might not be doing really well. For me, it's doing really well. So I'm going to click on this one because I'm going to boost this, get more people outside of my network to like it, so then I can invite them to like my page and expand it that way. I'll just keep going through here. So now it takes you to, I need to get rid of this. There we go. Okay. Now it takes you to setting your audience. I experimented a lot with this because I was hearing a lot of people say, oh, you need to really narrow in your market. You need to get really specific with who you're looking for. And I just wasn't getting very much interaction that way. And I knew it that through trial and error that wasn't the best route for me. Some people do really narrow it down to who they want their ad to reach. I personally set the following settings: United States and Canada, because that's where we can ship to. I want them to speak English because I speak English. And then your age. You can find out what target age works best for you by looking at your like page stats. For me, I found that my general target audience is between 25 and 45. Depending on what it is, I will either do both men and women, but usually I'll just do women. I only started including men when Eddie started actively coaching. Before that, I would only target women because now I can send the guys over to him and I don't have to deal with the creepers. Now here's where you can go into a lot of detail. You can track, you can put people, you can put women who are stay-at-home moms, who have a history of spending this much money online and have this many credit cards and are white. Like, you can get crazy specific on whatever. I don't do that. Like I said, I dabbled with it. It was not very effective for me, and I flushed a lot of money down the toilet. Then I got the suggestion from my coach, what does she set her parameters for? And she told me the following. Canada. She does a little bit different age range. Women, English. Skip all of that. Does not matter. So basically that's like, you don't set your parameters. You don't narrow it down to be so specific. And the idea behind that is that more people will see it, which means you're more likely to get more interaction, likes, comments, shares, and you're more likely to then have more people see it, because the more people that like it, the more feeds it shows up in. So if you narrow it down a whole lot, it's not going to show up in so many feeds. So many people aren't going to like it. But like I said, that works for some people. For me, it does not. I hope I haven't lost you so far, because this can get confusing. So you can go through this and you can check out all of the different ways that you can narrow it down. For me, again, this is a post that I'm trying to get likes from. I like doing a lifetime budget better because it will throw the money out. It'll spend the money as needed. If you do a daily budget, it will keep on going up until all of that money is spent. I do both. I prefer doing a lifetime budget. So like I said, if it's to get likes on my page, I'll generally do it for not $100, for $10. I will spend more on my ads as I grow, but for now, this is what works for me. And I will generally run it for just a couple days. Again, this is just for getting likes. This isn't for coaching or challenge group. And then I'll set it for like 2 days. And it tells you over here your estimated reach. So again, this is kind of low, but I'm pretty confident, because I've done this before, that this picture is going to spread and it's going to get shared quite a bit, and it's going to get a lot of likes, and it's going to bring in more people for me to invite to my like page. So again, you can get more into all of these things. I don't want to change any of that. Choose add creative. We're moving on. Like I said, your picture cannot have more than 20% covered in words. Now, I tested this one out earlier and it was approved, so it should be good. You can also Google Facebook grid tool, and it will, I couldn't find it any other way, I had to Google it, and it will pop up, and the very first link that's on there you can click and it'll show you another link to click on to get to the grid tool, and it will let you upload a picture and it will tell you how much is covered in words, how much of your picture is covered in words. So it's warning me here. It might not be approved because it looks like it's covered a lot. Again, I tested it earlier and it worked. Different people review it, so just because it worked before doesn't mean it's going to work now. Somebody else might review it and they don't like what they see. So now I'm sending it in to be approved. Again, now is to get likes on my page. Once people start liking it, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go here. you can click on who's liked it. This is for any post. This isn't just for posts that you've boosted or done as ads. And you can see over here who's liked it. If they have liked it, it will say liked. If you've invited them but they haven't liked it yet, then it will say invited. I haven't invited her, so boom. And then I just hope that these people like my page. This has helped so much for growing my like page. So it's a very, very useful tool. Come and exit. Go away. Sorry. It's hard because I have to move that icon around. Okay, so now we're going to go over boosting for a challenge group. How do you create a brand new ad that doesn't exist already? Because remember, that was a post that I had already shared on my page, and I just turned it into an ad. Over here on the right, I'm going to click Create Ad. I want to boost my post because I'm going to create a post out of it. I don't want to use any of the posts that I've already done. I want to create a new post. This is not going to publish to my page unless I publish it. I don't want it to publish to my page. I want it to be a separate thing. That's just personal preference. So if somebody sees this ad in their news feed and they click on my page, they won't see that ad on my page. It's a totally separate thing. So you can write what you want to write, you pick your photo, you do all those things just like you would a normal post, and you continue on. Oh, I have to type something. Save unpublished post. Where did you go? There it is. I want to make sure that it's highlighted in here, so that way I know that it's been selected. And then you just continue on like normal. We already went through all of this, so I won't go through it again. I'm going to stop the screen share here. So other than having more than 20% covered in words, a few other things that you cannot do. You can't post before and after pictures. Well, you can post it. You can't do it as an ad. You can't make claims. Like you can't say, you will lose 15 pounds in 21 days, because not everybody can do that. So you can't guarantee a certain result for everybody. But again, it depends on who reviews your ad. Some people that might slip past them, some people will catch it. I've also seen, I've tried this before. I've posted the same exact, with permission, when I was starting out, I posted the same exact word for word post as my coach, and I did it as an ad, and it was denied. I don't know why, because hers was approved. And then I saw this same exact ad as an ad by 2 other coaches, word for word, and theirs was approved and mine was denied. I have no idea why, but it was. So what should you use when you're creating an ad? You want a solid picture, because people have their phones and they're just going through, scroll. I don't have time to see all of these posts that I don't even care about. Oh wait, what's that? You want to stop them in their tracks so that they will look at your picture and they will take a second to see what it's about. So you want to have something that is unique, and I've been seeing so much. I don't know if it's just because I am a coach and these people are targeting Beachbody or specific things, but I don't know if you guys have noticed this too. I keep seeing so many ads from coaches in my feed, and it's getting super annoying because all of them are pictures that were taken like this, and they're holding up a thing of Shakeology or whatever, and that's fine, but once you see it so many times, it's just, skip past it. So try to be creative, try to do something that's eye-catching and that's unique, and whatever it is, make sure that it's something that would attract you. You can also find a friend or family member or somebody on your team. I know that I have reached out to all of the above. I check with family, my BFF, and somebody on my team as well to see, would this attract you? Because you're trying to attract the kind of person that you would be attracted to as well, if that makes sense. You want to have your words that you write in the little description or whatever, that first couple of lines, the first line in particular, is super important because that is going to determine whether they read on or not. A lot of people start their posts with, I'm looking for, and then you go on. 5 women who want to lose 15 pounds, who want to get in the best shape of their life, whatever. That works, or else people wouldn't do it. But I encourage you to try and come up with something that is more creative. Unfortunately, I don't have an example off the top of my head because I would really have to think about it. But I don't, what did Eddie, what did you do for your ad just the other day with the spinach? How did you start it? He put a bunch of spinach in his mouth and was like, said something along the lines of, I can't even remember.
I can't remember.
He's looking it up. I'll get back to you. But it was creative, and it was a picture that would stop you in your tracks because he has this mouthful of spinach coming out of his mouth. And it was, there we go. Ever wonder what you should be eating or how much? Ever cram a ton of spinach in your mouth because you think spinach is good for you? So it was different. That might not attract some people, but it's a little bit out of the ordinary. I believe that's all I've got. Instagram ads I want to talk about just for a second. It's not going to take very long. You can run ads on Instagram. I do not, and I do not know very many people that do because there isn't a specific idea that is really working for people that we know of yet. It's new, it hasn't really gained traction, and there aren't necessarily any tricks for it. So if you want to dabble in that arena, feel free to. It's not something that I do personally because I want somebody else to figure it out first, and then I'll be like, okay, well, these are actually working. But at the moment, they're not really working for people, so I'm just going to hold off in that area. That is it. Did I lose you all? Feel free to ask questions. Hopefully you have some questions or you all know. Answer me this. Do you feel like you can go and create an ad if that is something that you would like to do? Anybody? I got a thumbs up from Ange. Stephanie, I can see you. Do you feel like you could create an ad? Maybe you're frozen. Those are the only people that I can see. Got a chat. Colleen says yes. Okay. Take that as a good sign. Does anybody have any questions about anything else not having to do with ads too? You can always feel free to throw those out. Coley says yes. Good. Hope this was informative. Ads can be overwhelming and confusing, and there's a lot of trial and error, so that doesn't really help. But hopefully this gives you a good base to go off of. So if nobody has any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Colleen's Eddie and his spinach. Google on that. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on these chats. Google's a great place to figure it out, and good old trial and error, says Chris. It is true. If you ever do not know something, Google it, because most likely it's on there. Okay, nobody has any questions. We're good. Half hour. Yes. Thanks for coming.